Hey guys, here I am back with a new addition to my cinema kit. This obviously the Sideshow half-scale Ironman. Look at the size of this guy. I mean, he is actually amazing. Honestly, I think he is probably the best Ironman anyone can have. Of course, I collect mostly cinema kits, but I don't think they will be making one anytime soon. And if they do, they may not have this pose as to not copy it. I really love this pose. It really just makes a statement, especially the size. Something about him, when I first saw him at the Comic-Con, he had a more of a maroon color, which personally I didn't really care for. But when I got this guy, I like the color. It's not as dark. And what can I say about him? He's just incredible. He comes with a base. Actually, the base is probably heavier than this guy. Now, there was some issues about him being too thin in the casting because, you know, a couple guys have received them broken, which is sad. But, you know, this guy is pretty solid. You know, not every, yeah, sure, certain areas you feel like it's not that thick, but is he worth the $2,000? Honestly, I think he is. I'm pretty happy with him. There may be some issues with the paint as opposed to certain areas may not be as shiny or as glossy as some other ones come, but they are mass producing these things, so you know, maybe they just don't take their time, which I think they should. So let's get a little closer look over here. When I first got this, I noticed that one of these little pieces here was missing, and it was in the box. It just came apart, and I just glued them back on there. Here, I thought these were little chips. I don't know if you can see these two little marks there. I thought they were chips, but they actually are not. It's a little bit of gold paint, which I haven't taken care of yet. Other than that, the overall sheen on this is, I would say, kind of a satin look, not so much of a glossy look. You have the light, you have the grease marks, you know, everywhere, like right in here. Right up here, you see all these little grease marks, which I guess, you know, again, when I saw these at the Comic-Con, I didn't really care for it, but this is actually very, very nice. As for, let's go towards the back. You know, more grease marks here. And at the beginning, I thought maybe, I'll get rid of the grease marks, repaint them or something. Here you see a little bit more dark area. But you know what? The more I see this guy, he's just very, very amazing. And I would recommend him to any Ironman fan that would want this. This base is completely solid. You have the adapter that goes here, turn on the light here. I won't be turning them on. Well, what the hell? I'll turn them on. Okay, there we go. Lights are on. He looks very awesome. Off, on. And these are actually very bright. I mean, this is a lit room, and they're very, very bright. Now, what I'm going to do is show you some really close-ups of the whole thing. Okay, before I show the close-ups, let me show you something here. I'm going to tilt him, because he comes with two nuts under here. I don't know if you can see that. So he goes onto the base, and you screw these bolts on here. You want to tighten them, but not too much, because you don't know when to stop. You just tighten that enough so it's nice and firm. If you go too much, you might crack the foot. Okay, so let's get the close-ups now. That's at the beginning I did mention about the base being completely solid. I take that back because it's just heavy, so it feels like it's solid. Most likely it's a little bit hollow because they need to get those buttons in there to turn on. But I'm sure it's very thick polystone or whatever it's made out of. There's the grease marks. Give it some detail, I guess. Some more grease in there. You know, when you look at that, sometimes you say, doesn't look as good, but you know, you get used to it, and it's actually not bad. Maybe there's certain areas there that do not need the grease. That would have been nice if that would have been you know, another LED there to light up. But then again, when you're looking at it from the front, you don't really see that at all. So maybe it wasn't even necessary. You know, as you can see again, I mean, the video still does not do this thing justice. I mean, right here I'm looking on the video, and you know, the paint is nice, and on video it seems a little bit not as colorful as in person. So it is not showing up the exact color that this thing is on video. But either way, people, if you want this thing, it really is the best thing, I think. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this Ironman half-scale review. What else can I say about them? I think that was it. You know, again, like I said, many people are worried because it comes. They say it's not enough layers of material. It makes it thin, but trust me, nobody really knows how thick anything is unless you break it or cut it open. So go ahead and spend your money. It's well worth it. Thanks again, guys. See you soon.